Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terra Invicta. We are playing as, what are we? The Initiative. I was going to say Project Exodus. Man, oh man, it's been a while since that Let's Play, and yet it is still deeply ingrained in my brain. So much fun. We have now deployed our totally legal private security forces in orbit around the Earth, and we are slightly above our mission control. Hopefully we don't get too many negative events on our stations from being over that. We're still trying to crank it up. And good news, from the surface of the Earth, we have gone and taken one of the control points away in the UK. We have control over the legislature. It just happened. We haven't secured it or anything like that. You can see we've got quite a lot of public opinion on our side that we pushed for. And we are going to pair this with another crackdown. You can see the next point, and I'm going straight for the executives, 93%. So we're in pretty good stead. Even if that were to fail, we still have a 40% chance to just do an outright purge without us even having to invest too much to do it. So we got to back up there if for some reason it might fail. Craig is going to do one more round of investigation over here. And Gemma is on auto and just going around and inspiring everyone, which I think is really good. We don't have internal vision on our units to know exactly how inspired they need to be, but we'll be doing some internal investigation at some point. So that might be tempting because it's got decent water volatiles and some metals.
Any species capable of
oh,
would have
right.
overcome the petty divisions that
Covert
divide
operations.
humanity, allowing them to call out as one voice. We should therefore use all the means at our disposal to demonstrate that we too are a united and harmonious race. Chancellor Li Qingzhao. Archival.
See, I also want to play the Academy. I'm so excited to play a run through with each and every one of these factions just to see what their deal is. I decided to divert away from Skunkworks because I realized probably getting covert operations running is most important. This will give us our 6th agent. So I put that as our target. And so we have completed advanced neural networks. We were the lead on that. Oh, I didn't realize this was the thing that directly led to Skunkworks anyway. I was about to say, so we're going to take some time. We're going to delay our progress towards Skunkworks for covert operations. Turns out we didn't delay that at all. Anyway, I think that's a great next target for us. So that's groovy. So that is locking in here. What do we got? So that's okay. This is what we're just starting. So this doesn't lead immediately to Skunkworks. So that's going to be fine. 10,000 is fairly pricey. How much do I care about being in the lead here? How much do I need the Dunno repairs? I think this lets our agents live longer. I don't think it's the priority. How much do I want to like zoom towards covert? Because in a sense, it's not like it's going to give us an edge over our competitors here on Earth, because in theory, everyone's going to have access to the covert ops stuff. But it is better against the aliens because we'll have an early rep. In theory, you know, we're using our agents better than the AI. Is that true? I don't know, but maybe. So yeah, I think I'll go and keep that going. But actually, what I want to do is I want to deploy my forces over here. So we got 64 apparent combat strength. And if we take a look at Victor 6, Earth surveillance, 249 is pretty beefy. Is that the only one in surveillance? It'll be maybe tricksy to see if this works. What is this little broken? I don't remember what those symbols mean. Why do you have 2 broken shields? Have you taken damage? I don't expect it. I don't know. They do have ECM, and they do have some point defense. I hate that they've got like the big boy over there. All right, we're gonna give it a go. We didn't build this to look pretty. Sure, we'll set it as favorite. I don't know how often this happens, but we'll do that. So we're going to engage. We could do an auto-resolve. And honestly, the auto-resolve generally works much better with missiles because it doesn't actually fuss too much about the targeting situation. I think it averages out things a little bit more. But it's our first battle. We got to start battle. Actually, isn't there... I don't know how to get the option for the realistic versus cinematic combat. I'll have to check the options for that. We'll start... Yeah, we'll do the top speed, short wall, run in, get her done. Ooh, it's actually very convenient that they've split up like this. Do we have 9 shots? I did add a magazine, right? Do you really just start with that few shots? Or did I F something up? Ooh, I might have to go and double check on some of these things. So yeah, these are set to the... Ooh, look at it. Hold on. There's more tooltips here than before. First of all, I think this icon is different than it used to be. So this is specifically in something called missile attack mode, which is different from the default of focus fire mode. Will fire ships at the primary target. If no target is selected, weapon will fire across multiple targets in range. So they will auto fire. So we can click cycle weapons firing mode. Set modes on multiple ships with. If you hold shift, cycle all weapons of this type on the shift. Okay, so if I hold shift and do this, it's doing all their torpedo bays. That's handy. Control shift, cycle all weapons of this type on all select. Oh, this is nice. Cycle this weapon on all ships of this class. All weapons of this type on all ships of the class. Cycle all weapons of this type on all ships in the battle. Okay, I think the default mode is fine. So we really don't need a primary target. Other, like, in a sense, the cruiser. But so what's the hope here? I wonder if I should hold fire. What I'll probably do is do a few rounds, and then maybe I'll do a hold fire on them. And then your range is still 1,000, right? Yeah, okay. Let's bring up the speed. So they're going to start firing soon on the destroyer. Okay, and that is like volleys, because there's a number of little things. We'll fire at least 2 volleys, and that's almost certainly going to be enough. Now, some of them might route to the target behind, and depending on how much it dodges, it might not be an issue. Well, the firing time is fairly slow. So I'm not actually worried about it expending all its ammo on that. Okay, there. That's exactly what we're looking for. You know what? I should have done this immediately. I should have said, listen, full speed ahead. Although I guess it's only the front guy that's shooting at us. But still, full speed ahead. Which we have barely any acceleration. Watch this volley actually finish this up now. It's got enough point defense. Oh, one of them might not have fired. Oh, you're at 0. Did you actually take damage? I thought maybe you got EMP'd. Come on, overwhelm the point defense. Yes! 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 It's not quite dead, but it's not shooting anymore. There you go. Now it's dead. We didn't even lose a single ship. We took a lot of damage on the Murray. That's fine. Okay, that's great. Resolve combat. And we did get the exotics a little bit. Not that we know what they are yet. It doesn't even show up. And we got some promotions. Salvage alien spacecraft. Ooh, hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat first. I want to mute. Although we have not been able to some extent, that's an awkward phrase. Although we have not been able to some extent, study alien technology before now, to have access to one of their craft in its entirety is a godsend to science. This is how they access our skies. This is how they travel within the solar system. This is what we must learn from, and perhaps even emulate if we are to truly do the same ourselves. Even a preliminary appraisal of the retrieved vessel has revealed a sizable quantity of materials that defy easy categorization. Something that is not only countless steps beyond our own technology, but profoundly different from it. Something, perhaps, that would... You know what? If I destroyed the ships earlier, like, we must have had the objective to capture some of their stuff. And I don't know if we had that earlier. Anyway, I don't know. The categorization, profoundly different, something perhaps that would not exist in our solar system had these beings not brought it here. If we can understand it, the potential is beyond words. Recovered alien technology. We have retrieved a veritable treasure trove of extraterrestrial technology, a raft of inscrutable machines whose even basic function currently eludes us, metals whose very structure is wildly unfamiliar, and even screws and bolts with almost preposterous tensile strength. Also, they are using this like square, like little like facet at the top of the screw that seems so much superior to these like weird star screwdrivers that we use. Ugh, clearly, we're gonna call it the Robinson. I think the Robinson's a square. Sorry, I've got something caught in my throat, apparently, which is not going to be great for this episode. But I'm gonna try to power through. We have so much to learn from every last fragment of this hull, for it surely represents the technological apex of our species, of a species that has somehow found a way to travel from their far distant world to ours and invent superior screws. Alrighty.
Recovered samples of an alien technology.
Yeah, salvage alien technology. And I don't know when this triggers, but yeah, this is swell. Success against the alien is heartening and should provide some public relations leverage against the pro-alien factions. In the meantime, we'll continue with our research. Research the alien technology project when it becomes available. Roger, Roger. Oh, and we got a corpse! We have successfully retrieved the body of one of the creatures we have nicknamed Griffins. A preliminary assessment confirms that it's an entirely different species to the aliens' first encounter on Earth, as different from them as we humans are from, say, a dragonfly. Indeed, so thin and hollow are the alien bones, it seems unlikely that it even originated from the same planet as the other aliens. Most probably, it hails from a far lower gravity environment, which would also explain how rarely this particular species has been sighted on Earth. While the bone structure arguably invites comparison to avian life on our own world, hence the designation Griffin, the similarities end there. This creature is, in every sense of the word, alien. Alien defeated in space battle, giving us 500 influence. Very, very good. Okay, and in a second, we should get a pop-up for our ship. Oh, probe. There we go. Select you. Isn't there normally a shortcut to send you somewhere? You're going to the History Channel Alien Research Hub, which has got our shipyards. 20 days. Okay. I was like, oh, should I have done a balance first? But no, we're good. Yeah, we'll set that as a favorite. I didn't mean to click that. Okay.
We've moved the needle.
Public campaign. I think we can probably stop the public campaign in the UK. Excellent. We get the crackdown on the executive, and we should do the purge of them afterwards. Probably we're at 99% on that now.
Mission in progress.
I mean 4%. Might. Did I target the wrong one? I mean, clearly. I really thought it clicked on the executive for the crackdown. You only have...
We'll be ready for new orders soon. Mission in progress.
I feel like something weird really happened here. Because you were sitting at 40%. Was it not being protected? Yeah, I think they just refreshed the protection. Maybe that's why I assumed I was pointing at the right one. Because the percentage chance, but maybe their protection had gone away.
Our enemies are still in control.
Yeah, I should have actually canceled you. Saved some... Wow. If you cancel it, you probably don't get any XP. Oh! Fleet has arrived. Our own fleet has not gotten back yet. Dang it. Hope you're not doing a crash land. No, I think we would see it here. They're on no op. They're not even going to surveillance, so I'm a little confused.
I'm here.
But, you know, that seems to happen a lot. Okay. We're to purge this.
Targeting
Now, I'm going to go back and crack down the executive. With the max. Now, they've definitely done... Wow, this is tough here. Public support and interest, sure. Okay. We're going to go back to cracking down the executive. And I'm not worried about not following up with an espionage here, because no one's going to be able to steal this away from me. Well, I guess they could. If we crack... No, they can't. They can't re-steal their own point. And the thing is, what I mean is, if humanity first showed up over here, they can't just snag the executive control point. That is not going to be an option.
Ready for my mission.
What we need to do is protect the UK. Why is no one defending the interest of this point here? I want to make sure we don't suddenly lose that point. I often don't care about defending just one point here, but it kind of feels important in the moment. And I'm going to choose to just do... Well, apparently something needs to be protected, so we'll do that. Actually, it might be time to pull in Hungary. I don't remember what their status is. Put that, and then over here... Oh, you have all 3 of your control points. So we'll be pulling in Norway to the EU.
Securing our interests.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Railgun batteries. Yes, and now... Am I currently researching an alien tech? I am. So I don't want to do 2 and split the effort. Wow, we have lots of... We're going to use up a lot of our command points on the Ook. Droplet is nice. Europe Ascendant is going to be good. I don't know that we need it yet. I'll finish up the global command structure for more command points, because we might start using a bunch. How much do we need per point in the UK? You know, it's only 17. It's actually nowhere near as much as I thought, but I think I'm still going to do it. Actually, I might go and pick up the self-driving vehicles. The sooner we get that, the sooner it pays off big time. It's fairly expensive. But yeah, I think of all of them, that's quite nice. How are we doing on the tech here? We got the lead, but it's not dominating. But let me do this, and then we'll try to monitor. We may have to change our priorities again if someone makes a move. Or for now, we're okay. I don't know if we really need to go up to the next tier of these. Although that might still help with the point defense. Ah, we got a malfunction. Yeah. So this is because we're above our mission control cap.
Crackdown complete.
Okay, good. Okay, complete transfer. Fleet will begin repairs. You're very shiny there. Reductions in Birmingham. Not in love
Our
with that.
associates are now in charge.
All right, so we've got that. That's good. And then the crackdown here is still safe. I don't know. How long does the crackdown last? A fairly decent time, right? Until May, yeah. Okay, so what I can do is I can do a two for like crackdown purge on the last mainline like base pip over here. What is this one for? Come on, tooltip. Thank you. Mass media. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan.
Ready.
So crackdown, mass media, max influence.
Cracking down.
What's the op?
Purge, targeting mass media, low apparent percentage chance,
Removing
but
our
we're
enemies.
assuming the crackdown's going to work.
Standing by for orders.
And if I automated you, you'd go. Oh, we do need to protect the EU. That's actually really important. Yeah.
Ready to go.
Gemma, let's get you to take a beat here and do some investigation.
Investigating alien site.
And then, oh, we do have some points. I think, like, we might still be needing science. So that'll go there. Investigation, I'm going to keep pumping investigation. Get yours up a little bit. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff going on. 3. I know it says monthly income, but it's just 3 to your cap over here. Well, this is fixed, which is nice. Hawthorne, hold on. If I go over to Tyler, if I unassign this, I could even unassign this. It's going to cost some money to move it around. Got this, you've got that. Yeah, we're going to need more. I'm going to unassign this. You're going to get Hawthorne for this and the surveillance. Do I see a little magnifying glass on anything else? I do not. So you're at 24 investigation. Okay, that's good. And then if we cycle over to anyone. Assign. Assign. We still want to keep that. Okay. Confirm. So we might be in a decent position. I think I still have to research the containment thing. But I think we might be in a position to consider an abduction. Oh, resupply. Good. Now. Victor 71 is still there. They have no mission. So Dreadnought, it's definitely a lot beefier than before. It only has, well, it does have 2-point defense. I don't think there's any reason for us to hit this. If it's not doing surveillance missions, it's not actually a problem. I don't know why it's here. So I'm going to ignore it. I could take my totally legal private security forces and go and hit some of the stations belonging to the other factions, but I don't think there's any good reason to do that right at the moment. It's not like I'm going to be taking over that slot afterwards. We're mission control cramped. How are we doing tech-wise compared to everyone else, especially the Protectorate? Because again, they are a little scary sometimes.
Vulnerable now.
What am I looking for? Resources. Yeah, no, they're keeping up a pretty good tech rate. Actually, everyone's doing pretty good. No one has collapsed like in our last game.
Is that he has convinced Adams to emulate a Spartan phalanx, just as those ancient warriors locked their shields together to protect one another. These atoms combine.
All right, water purification. Salvage bay is nice. Okay, and then augmented reality. I think augmented learning is quite nice, but again, I don't think I'll do the push on it. I'm going to keep the 3 here. Because no one else is investing in self-repairing software at all, which is a little bit insulting. Don't they know it leads to something really good? So we need to still pump some points into it, but I still want this. So we're just doing a trickle in here just for the synergy bonus. Still some investigation to do here. And 99% on that purge, which is great. And then we'll purge the admin point. Salvage Bay, set as favorite. Yep, we're going to want that.
We are in control now.
Perfect. And then, yeah, we're just setting to the default behavior over here. Well, actually, I think I am actually going to do this. Yeah. I'm not going to do funding here because it's a pretty big economy. It's going to be, like, less great to do that. I mean, really, maybe should be knowledge focus, but we clearly need more mission control. So I'm going to actively work on the mission control boost over here as a priority while keeping a trickle of the basic good stuff. Okay, rivalry is annoying. We don't have the executive, so I can't change any of those policies yet.
I'm here.
Certainly Chew, you're 100% going to go and purge the final point here at 99%. Excellent.
Ready to go.
And then there's alien activity down there.
Site.
Actually, hold on. I want Tyler
Orders
to give me a ping in the UK.
on Overwatch.
Because there's been some activity, and I'm not entirely sure what the deal is. And then, yeah, you can go and investigate. That's going to be fine with me. Belgium, Luxembourg. I still want you, but I guess we're going to have to wait. Oh, and I do have to send someone over here. Is someone doing something fairly important? This is already protected. I don't think we have to double tap this. So tell you what you're going to do. You're going to set a national policy instead in the EU. Thank you very much.
Initiating surveillance.
Protecting our interests.
Administration node. Oh, admin node's really good. Definitely want to have that in a queue. They may have changed the mechanics. We'll have to double check what it does on release. But most likely we want some in some places. Okay, a little smattering, a few things. And yeah, the alien hate meter went up a little bit. Not enough for them to necessarily go like full aggro on us. Okay, we can't do that. And then unification is just Norway. So that's not Hungary. Wait, Hungary, thank you. What's the date on Hungary? Right here. April. Oh, very soon. Okay. And yeah, Norway I'm fine now, right? Because you have done everything. Yes. Okay. Unify with Norway. Confirm. Close. Go. Perfect. Bring up a few more cap. Not that it's being too much of a problem. So, I mean, at some point, do we turn against humanity first? I don't like that. I'd rather keep humanity first and the resistance on my side. Not so much that I fear them, and it's annoying that we don't have an intel sharing, but mostly because I want them busy fighting the aliens rather than me. That's the priority. All right, we've got the capital all sorted out. We're going to do this. You're fully locked in. Manage relations. Yeah, we actually don't need those set. We are okay. So we'll have to re-add you to the EU before we can do any kind of unification. And I suppose, in a sense, we don't have to rush because our limit's not too shabby. And then everything else is looking pretty good here.
Bar none. If we know enough about what we're fighting,
that went fast.
We can win wars before even a single shot has been fired.
You're researching space research now. I don't know what project review is. It's really low percentage. I think this is still okay. Again, we're not being challenged here, but I do actually want to progress through self-repairing software. So I think I'll just keep the focus on these 3. Which is like splitting a little bit, but I think that's okay. I don't know. Right, we grabbed some of the armies. Just one, okay, that's fine. At some point, we actually might need to consider the fact that we might want to deploy some troops. In which case we should research military and maybe build some more armies. A lot of times I'd probably want to use, like, China's going to have a ton of army, the US is going to have a ton of armies, and just use that. But I might need like a couple more military units, a couple more armies in the European Union in case one of the neighbors decides to start actual warfare, which would be more than annoying. It's nice that we've got a couple of tanks now, but that still ain't much. At least they do have the Navy thing, so they can move around, and that's something. But yeah, keep going with the mission control, and you're working a lot of mission control. I do wonder if this is incorrect, and I should really be focusing more on knowledge. I think, you know what, I'm going to go and do this now. Now that we got over this little awkward hump, I will go, and same thing in UK, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to try to push up the knowledge more because we do want more tech overall. We want mission control, but the tech is also important. Heck, the tech leads to some mission control boosting things along the way. So Ryan's doing that. Commander over here, you've got nothing, so if I automate, you're going to go and just try to inspire some people. I might want to do some internal investigations now just to find out where people's inspiration status is. Or I could just not bother until we go and get the implant to, like, distract people. And you know we're going to be using that this time around. We don't have any question marks. We have no idea where aliens might be operating right now. If they're even alive. Maybe other people have been booping them like crazy. Let's investigate our spy.
Initiating surveillance.
I'm curious to see what that number is. I probably won't do investigations everywhere, but let's just see that and confirm. Loyalty's 15, which is really good. And I think we'd be told if they were compromised, and they're not. How okay am I to break the relationships at this point? Ooh, being targeted with a crackdown. Oh, you are very strong. We've got to go in and start assassinating. That's what we have to start doing. Yep. Defoliance is good. Alien technology, I think, unlocks maybe the alloys up here, which doesn't actually matter, I don't think. I like the idea of keeping going with one of the Xeno. Oh, these are both in the same category, and we're sort of splitting the effort, I'm just realizing. I'm going to switch away from self-driving vehicles for a tiny bit. Let's just grab some of these basic labs. Just burn through a bunch of those. Yeah, we're gonna start targeting. Because you are way too good. You cannot be allowed to live.
Prepping for
Shoo, how's your espionage? Still only 12. I have been boosting your science recently, to be fair. Who dis? Greg, I think... Maybe our science is fine now. I don't know. Tend to just invest in administration. And keep snagging some orgs. Boost mission control. You know, I still think I'm going to grab some boost orgs early. I mean, are we early now? I don't know, but... Do I grab this just for the science? Sure. You've got space. Who's this? Or espionage person. Well, none of these are espionage boosters, and I kind of feel like your slots might be more important than others. Yeah, although that would give you a nice science boost. Honestly, the Eridu Research Group, you know what? Let's do it. Might not be the dumbest idea ever. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to double up. There's this... Okay, you are way less scary. You just have high persuasion. You've got some annoying stuff, so we'll do an investigate.
Eyes on target.
Because more intel is more better.
Your orders?
And then we're going to get out the guns. 13%. We'll go full ops at 69. The investigation should happen first, which should help. And we will go and protect you.
I'll keep them
like
safe.
that. Okay. Cross your fingers. Oh, you've left. That might hurt our chances. Yeah, now we're down to 30%. I don't think it's worth booping you now.
Prepping for mission.
So I'm just going to cancel the assassination. We'll get our points back.
Offering support.
We can still do the protect and the investigate. That's fine. You want to take over? Wow, no, you are really, really going all in on this. Okay, that'll get it. We'll pull back a little bit more to get... Wow, we actually might be in the lead over here, too. I mean, probably won't keep it. But let's run this for a little bit.
I have new information.
Investigate counselor. I mean, we could even try to turn one, although loyalty of 16 is pretty high. Now that we know your loyalty, we could try to turn you. But feels a little unlikely.
I am humbled to have been chosen for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. The things they can do up here are simply incredible.
Ooh, space agricultures probably are farms and things. Okay. If I do this, wow, no, they're still really just hailing us here. Org Marketplace got a refresh. That's nice to know. Although no one's got the ability to grab anything. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually check the level ups. This is so much handier to be able to leave this open and cycle through. Brilliant. I'm not going to go after the humanity first person, although I'm a little annoyed that they're in my territory. And I'd be looking to start anything here. Nuclear test. And sometime in May, we can pull in Hungary. I mean, you haven't finished your funding yet. You're basically there. Yeah, we'll basically just do it. And there's clearly an alien running around China, which again isn't in my own territory, but we do have to plan to contain you. Although it's going to be a while before we can do that. Unlocking this. Oh, leads to advanced prospecting surveys. That is actually really nice.
Ready for my mission.
Who else might I want to boop? If we sort by assassination, and we can look at percentages, right? So this is... How concerned am I about your persuasion? I feel like not that much. And then you've got the little danger sign, which at some point we might start to ignore. A lot of admin and persuasion. You're a really good character. I'm wondering about just getting you out of the picture. But the 30% is pretty low start. Okay, I probably won't do that. How about crackdowns and stuff? I could grab one of the points in Poland. That's not going to do much for us. Do we consider making a move into North America? Or China? I mean, both of these should be pretty hard. Like, out of the box, the purge is going to be 0. And same thing here. I mean, it's a huge economy. We have no adjacency bonus, and we have no rep. If I go investigate, if I go crackdown percentages, it's also starting at 0 over here. And probably the same here. Yeah. We really have to grab something neighboring at the very least. How about North Korea?
Standing by.
As a toehold. Okay. Let's do that.
Terminating the opposition.
And then if you've got nothing to investigate, I mean, you've got that, but we can have Gemma investigate. I'm going to do this. You, who do have persuade... Actually, hold on. I forget Gemma's got, like, god tier persuasion now. You go and do this.
Standing by.
Yeah, it's only 14% here. Wow, that's rough. Okay, Tyler. If I automate you, you're just going to go and advise. Am I happy with that? I might be perfectly satisfied with that. But yeah, let's see about grabbing North Korea, because then we'll have adjacency to China. Also, I was going to say adjacency to Russia, but we already have that. We could boost with money and things. Oh, hold on. Tyler, we've got alien activity to go and poke at. Okay, we're going to do this. I think we're also going to go and put a cut in here. But yeah, I have a 60-ish point, slightly less than 60, control point limit available. And we've got some more merges coming in the European Union, I think. So we can look at something else. I could investigate this guy too. Actually, we've got pretty good vision, probably because of shared stuff. This is the Alpha 6 that's been running around for a while, I think, unless they reuse the numbers. But again, I don't know that I want to invite retribution from the aliens on this run. We're, going to be pretty chicken, I think. So we'll probably just wait until it's time to capture. Okay, I think I have a bit of a short-term plan. We're going to see what happens, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye, folks.